Perception. According to the Phaphama Foundation, perception is a snapshot of your belief system. According to Google, perception is defined in two broad ways. We're only going to look at one definition today in explaining and relating this topic, perception. So one is to be aware, is to see, to hear. The second definition is the way in which something is regarded, interpreted, and understood. So we are going to discuss perception in relation to how something and how we are regarding our lives, understanding our lives, and interpreting them as we go along every day. So we're discussing that with two subtopics, mainly mentality and to listen without bias. I hope you do enjoy. So, firstly, how people think, feel, and regard you is their business, right? I repeat, how people think, feel, and regard you is their business. So, the way I feel about myself, it will show in how I feel about other people. The way I think about myself will show in the way I think about other people, or it will show when I interact with other people. So obviously in this society, it is easier to project one's own imperfections, setbacks, and whatsoever, to say it is someone else. Now I want you to take this with a pinch of salt, because externally someone may do something to you, whether negative or positive. So now it's not like I'm trying to shift the blame, Someone can still do something to you. Let's say a bad thing. How you perceive that person for doing that thing to you is like a feeling that you felt because of how that person made you feel and think at that moment, because of what they did to you, right? So you're going to draw a conclusion that, oh, I hate this somebody because of what they did, or I dislike them for what they did, or I like them for what they did, love them for what they did, right? So it probably has little to do with them than it has to do with you as a person, right? So again, when you hate somebody, it's like some people hate themselves, and some people hate themselves through others, right? So it's like some people project, some keep it to themselves. So it's like also with love, there's self-love, and the love that you also give other people is reflectant of the love that you give yourself. So if you give love to someone else, that's how you treat yourself, right? Or maybe that's how you expect the world to treat you, at least. But mentality or mindset, how you think and how you see the world, is how you see the world. Your views, these views, are my views. They're gonna resonate, they're not gonna resonate, but these are my views, right? Perception. So the way in which you see yourself, think about yourself, and feel about yourself is more important than what anyone else can think, feel, and regard in whatever about you. I'll repeat. The way you feel and the way you see yourself, more than what you think, but the way you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself is more important than what other people think and feel about themselves. So obviously, people, it's like they will love you for the reinforcements that your character and your life mirrors back to them, right? Which is the things they probably like. And the things that you mirror into them that they don't like, they will hate you for them. You understand? So it's like, as I'm here, someone else will probably not like this message, which is okay. You don't have to. Yes, I am here not to be liked by you or whatsoever, be approved by you, or here for applause. No, if you already know me, I'm here for this. That's it. Obviously, by being in this platform, YouTube, consequently, you probably have to like the video so that other people can see it as well. Share it with your family and friends. But it's not a prerequisite on me. You understand? So to like me is my job. To love me is my job. Right? As it is for you and yourself, about yourself. So mentality, the way you treat people is how you, it's like you can start an uproar without cause and reason. And maybe other people will understand you, feel with you, but all of that is just you. It's how you feel about you. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Buddha has this favorite quote I like about poison and anger. It says that anger is like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die of it. So mentality works in that way, you know, like, right? Because most of the time what we think is us and we try to prove a point, and it's just ego. It's just hot air balloon. It's just ego, you know. And while it might be important, it's not the end or the all. Second subtopic, listening. Can you listen without bias, preconceived notions and assumptions be about a person, situation? That is easier said than done, obviously. So obviously the biases would include my skin color, your skin color, race, gender, sexuality, social status. There's a whole lot, right? So obviously there's a notion that because I have money, you will listen to me. And because I have, I don't know, some materialistic something, you will listen to me more than the one who does not. And whilst that would, or that has some truth in it, obviously, because the one who probably has money, you're listening to them because you know they know something. If they do have money, they must know something to be able to derive value out of themselves to get money, right? So, right, but it's not always the case. So, listening, right, without bias, or preconceived assumptions. So let me make an example. If I were to meet you today, yes, you, and you have seen me from this platform, you would, for the most part, that we would spend together, maybe let's say we spend 15 minutes talking, having a conversation, trying to get to know each other. You would spend that time analyzing, or that time would also only be spent with the conclusions you already have in your mind about me, because you already saw me on YouTube, for example, Instagram, Facebook. So as you saw me, which is not today, you drew conclusions that, okay, this is this person, they are like this and this and this. And so when we meet in person, you'll have to now reconcile that and me, and seeing me in real life. It's like the truth and the assumption. And if they don't reconcile, you'll have to choose which one you go with, right? So listening without preconceived notions, right, and agendas. Obviously, when you listen to someone, you're listening to yourself, because you're not looking at me for who I am. You're looking at what you think I am, or what you want me to be, right? So listening without preconceived notions and assumptions. This is obviously an exercise, something that is a lifelong lesson, learning exercise. You can't be perfect. There's no perfection, at least here on this created dimension, or third dimension. So we obviously want to engage our lives and the people that are in our lives with a much more open attitude, or a much more open perception, right? So you listen to someone for their entire truth. You don't listen to me because you know me, or you like me. And if you do, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you don't like me, there's also nothing wrong with that. You see, so listen, obviously, because of what you want to hear. It's like you come to my channel because there's something you're expecting to get, and you probably get that. So obviously, what I'm trying to allude on here is also that here in society, a person's function is seen as who they are, or is seen as them. So this right here, I'm teaching here or sharing this, some people will draw conclusions that this is who I am, right? Function and who you are, yeah, two different things, right? So function stems from who you are, right? So it's like I do this obviously from the depth of who I am, the expression, but it's not who I am, because I can change it anytime. I can stop, I can do something else, you understand? So function, it's like I can qualify as a professional something, accountant, doctor, lawyer, engineer, astronaut. That's what I do. It's not who I am. There's a thin line distinction there. So give yourself a chance first, right? It's like, because if you put a conclusion on yourself like I'm this, you're probably not going to be able to jump that conclusion. Just be, right?